Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm Miss Day. Hey, I can't see you suddenly, April. Okay, I prefer to look at my students, Yeah, I like to interact a lot with students. I cannot just talk on my own. Okay, I don't like to just talk to myself. All right, teach without getting responses. I need a lot of interaction so that I know how to guide you better. All right, so my 20 years of experience, 18 years is actually in secondary school, and then 2 years in primary school, right? So what happened is after 18 years of teaching in secondary school, I was like so well versed. I'm so familiar with whatever is going on every single day. So I decided I want to find out more about another level, and I went to primary school. So in both secondary and primary school, I lead the department. All right, that means I lead my teachers in teaching the students. All right, and then I will check their work. I will show teachers, certain things, how they can teach better in classroom, etc. I also like to go and do research to find out more about students' difficulties, etc. And then how to make them become better. Okay, I have 2 children. My son is in Sec 1, my daughter in Sec 3. So my son took PSLE last year. Okay, and then he struggled with certain subjects before, like Chinese is one of the subjects that he struggled a lot with. Okay, and he's the strongest in mathematics. He loves mathematics, and he always feel like doing mathematics is something that he just need to use his brain to think. That's what he said to the sister. Okay, my daughter is in Sec 3, right? So my daughter wasn't very good in mathematics. Okay, but my son will always say, just use your brain to think. You can find out how to solve the problem just by thinking, but it doesn't work as easily as that, we all know. Okay, so now I want to ask you first. You are supposed to have completed some preparation for today's lesson. That means you should have watched the video and you should have done the worksheet 1. Have you already done so?
I done, yeah.
Very good. How about Ange? Yes? Good. Can. Then that will make things easier, right? Okay. Is there anything else you want to know about me? Yes or no? No. Nothing. Avril, do you love science?
Not really that much.
What is your favorite subject?
English.
English. Okay. How about Ange? You love science? You like PE, you like to move around a lot. Okay, now I understand a little bit more about you. All right, so let's start. Okay. I will share my screen with you. I hope you can see my screen now. Should be no problem, right? So today we are going to do the topic on forces. Are you doing the same topic in school? Okay. And say no. How about you? Avril, are you doing the same topic in school?
No.
No, huh? What topic are you doing now?
The rate of photosynthesis.
I see. Okay. Rate of photosynthesis. Right. So we start with this topic because we are doing forces. Yeah, and both of you should be quite familiar, right? If I'm not wrong, in the portal, you have all the topics there. So you can watch all the video anytime you want. Okay, there are also questions for you to practice. Are you familiar with that? You know that you can do that, right? Okay, but then this year we have all these live lessons. So during the live lessons, we go through questions. And these questions are important for you to improve in science because we teach you okay, we actually teach you how to answer questions better. And I think this is one of the area that students struggle in. How come I try to answer, I don't get the full marks? You're facing the same problem? So what is the main issue that you are facing, Ange? How about you, Avril? What are the problems you face? Is it that when you answer, you cannot get full marks? Cannot.
Sometimes.
Huh? Okay, right. So for Ange, you sometimes don't understand the topic. All right, Ken, if you look at this particular topic we are on, is on MathNext. Are you good with MathNext, both of you? Ange is not sure. How about Avril? Are you good with MathNext? Have you played with MathNext before?
Yeah.
Very fun, right? I love playing with MathNext. Okay, and then for this particular topic, right? Okay, I will be doing this at the end of the lesson, but this topic on MathNext, you have done it in either P4 or P3, lower block, correct or not? So do you understand or do you remember certain things about MathNext? Because we have to find out what you know, what you want to know, what you have learned. Usually we ask at the end of the lesson, right? Okay, but I want to ask you because there should be something that you know already about MathNext. So Avril, can you share a little bit, maybe just 2 things first?
A magnet has south and north poles, and they are
Very
able to repel and attract
They are able
magnetic
to-
materials when they are magnetized.
Okay, so magnets can either repel or attract. It depends on whether they are put with a material that has been magnetized or not, right? Okay, and then what can you share about the poles, Ange? There's north and south pole, right? So if I have 2 magnets, can you tell me about how these magnets will actually behave? Okay, I wait for Ange to tell me. Okay, if the north and south pole are facing each other, there's attraction. If it's north and north pole, then there will be repulsion. Is it correct, Avril?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so these are some basic things, right? There are more, isn't it? Okay, so I'm not going to ask you what are all the things about magnets. I think you already do know. At the end of the lesson, I'll be asking you something like this again. I'll follow the 3-2-1 method. You will find out what's the 3-2-1 method later. Okay, so, right. Have you done your revision? You already answered this question, right? Quickly let your dad or mom know. I will want to say hi to him or her, okay, at around 12:25 p.m. I think Ange already, your dad knows. So if everyone can tell your mom or your dad about this. Okay, a very quick chat, short one at the end of the lesson, yeah? So quick recap about magnets. You learned this in P4. So this is like a flow chart, like a summary. So we learn in P4 or lower block that magnets have 2 poles, north pole, south pole. Okay, if they come to rest, they will be resting in the north-south direction. Okay, so that means that if you are suspending a magnet freely, okay, you tried that before also, right? I think there are certain experiments that you have done. Okay, so you will see that they will lie in the north and south direction. Magnets can attract and repel, and if they are attracting each other, it's because the unlike poles are facing each other. Okay, they also can attract magnetic materials such as iron or steel. Any question here so far? No? Okay. If the magnets repel, is because the like poles are facing each other, like Ange has already shared with me earlier. Okay, he typed in the chat box. So I know that he knows this. And also, Avril, you told me that he's correct, right? So you have the concept right. So magnets are used in our everyday objects. Okay, if you don't know, now you have to recall. You have heard about this. You have even come across all these things in your daily life, like compasses, magnetic chessboards, door stoppers, refrigerator. I have a lot of fridge magnets, okay? And I'm sure you have some also, right, on your fridge. So the next part here, magnetic objects can be magnetized using two magnets. So we are making temporary magnets using two different methods. One is by the stroke method, okay? So if you recall, probably in the science lab, you are given a piece of nail, right? A steel nail, a very big piece, and then you are given a bar magnet. Your teacher will ask you to stroke it in the same direction, isn't it? Repeatedly. And you have to count the number of times also. So let's say I stroke it in the same direction using the same pole of a magnet 5 times. Then I take this nail, it can attract a few paper clips. So the next time round, I will have to stroke the nail 10 times so that I find out how many paper clips it can pick up. Yes or no? Have you all done that before? Good. Yeah, Avril, you put the tick. It's very good. So Ange also doing the same thing. Well done. Okay, so like that, I can find out whether you understood or not. Okay, so the next method is electrical method. How is this done? An electrical wire is coiled many times around the magnetic object with the ends of the wire connected to a battery. Thus, it will create an electromagnet. Yeah, so I have a video here just to quickly show you something that is very interesting. Not too sure whether you have seen this before. Okay, take a look. Any of you have seen this before? No. Okay, everyone have not seen it before. Okay. This actually was very popular around 2015 or 2016. And in 2016, okay, in 2016, okay, Ange is drawing on my screen. Ange, you don't draw on my screen, can? Yeah? Thank you. Now, where was I? Okay, in 2016, the PSLE question actually asked something similar. So what am I trying to tell you about? Science PSLE questions are taken from everyday examples. Many of the questions are actually from daily examples. Okay, if you don't know, now you have to know. It's not something that you can get from workbook, textbook, okay, or worksheets from school. All right, PSLE questions are designed such that they are testing on your ability to apply your knowledge in new situation. Okay, so you have to apply what you learn. So today, when we learn about magnets, okay, the question that can come out might be something you've never seen before. Yeah, but they are testing the same concept. So long as there's an understanding of the concept, there should be no problem in answering question. Okay,